What's up, everybody? We're watching Elite Cameraman, episode 77, part 1, analyzation. I'll react to the, what's it called? Episode 77 fully. Is that when part 4 comes out and stuff? So let's get into it.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman
Hello.
here. After a long wait, episode 77 part 1 is finally out, and yes, I'm a little late for the analysis compared to the usual, but worry not because I found some crazy secrets in today's episode.
Really?
Somehow this episode was around 4 minutes, but it genuinely felt like a 2-minute episode with all the mini stuff happening. And Boom clearly took a more slow-paced approach to this episode for us to take in and understand what happened to the city. We also got to see humans after a while, even though the interaction didn't see many people mentioning him, but he definitely was there, and we may have just found a new object that we are supposed to keep an eye on, just like the chair and the plant. Also, if you are not blind, you probably did see the chair appear once again in today's episode, so we'll talk about all this, including the team-up we've been guessing with the G-Squad for a while. This episode seems pretty minor compared to the last couple episodes, but believe me, this is probably just the beginning, and with a double 7 episode, the next parts will definitely be huge.
Yes, he is correct.
We already know at least one of the Titans will be appearing thanks to Boom. So buckle up and make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel before I start analyzing the episode and yap about the lore. I mentioned this yesterday on my leaks video, but we were actually losing subs like this, and we see that we were actually hiding inside a lake because of the Astro. After getting out, the POV turns back and tells the scientist Strider to stay back and hide, which might have been for multiple reasons, but knowing what will happen in the episode, he definitely could have come and helped the POV, but that probably would have messed up the plot Boom was going for. So I feel like Bro got left behind for the plot. After getting out, we get a good look at the city that was destroyed completely. And Boom lets us take it in for a second. This definitely was the city from episode 76. There is no doubt about it. And this is probably the large cameraman that was fighting alongside of Scientist Mech. And they probably started hiding right after they killed the Astro they were against.
That's crazy.
Not just that, but the beginning shows us that cameraman hardware is completely waterproof, and they can probably stay underwater forever.
I mean, unless some cameramen have flaws with that and they glitch out when they touch water, but I mean, I don't think that happens.
Maybe later in the series we'll get to see a race that actually has been hiding in the oceans all this time as if they are Atlantis. Also, what's with this tree on the right? It looks so out of place to me. I don't know, I haven't found anything wrong with it, but it just has that sussy baka vibe. Only weird thing is the fact that it's not destroyed, even though the building next to it is obliterated. But at the same time, it looks like an object that's stuck to the ground. Even though this might not be a mysterious object, there are 3 objects later in the episode that'll shock you. We happen to see the first object right after the POV cameraman turns to his left, and this is the scene Steak leaked yesterday, and I somehow actually guessed what was happening correctly. I mentioned in my last video that it seems like the POV is zooming in on the chair while a light is flashing at it, and as you have watched the episode, that was what happened. But what does this mean? Did the Alliance always know about the chair? I personally don't think so, because the POV cameraman's reaction made it seem like he was surprised about the chair and confused about what it was. The detective cameraman probably is already working on figuring out what the chair is and its purpose, but let's put that aside for now because something flashed a light at the chair and the chair went to it. What could this be? As you guys know, only characters we've seen with light have been the TV man, and the large TV man does have a white light that has a similar range, but the problem is that white beam is a lot brighter. This light is a lot more dim compared to it.
So what is it?
Could this light be coming out from the mysterious character we saw in episode 74? The supposed computer man. It really seems like Boom is building up to something big with the chair because we see something even weirder later in the episode. And we'll talk
at the end of the corridor when
more about the chair when we get there. After seeing the chair, the POV cameraman instantly flies towards the area ready to shoot at whatever it is, but when he arrives, there is nothing but the plant. The plant we've been seeing last couple episodes. It's just standing there. But in this scene, something else caught my eyes. The payphone on the left, and at first I didn't see anything, but in a few moments I'll show you the payphone's secret and mention what I think we'll need to look out for in the coming episodes to find the secrets. We don't see anything
Drone
happen to the
race?
plant, but right as the POV cameraman is charging up his laser gun, he hears running sounds and turns to his left. And we are greeted by 5 humans.
Hey, what's
The
that?
one on the front looks like the humans' leader, and it seems like they were hiding in the church, but it was burned by the Astros.
So
I
they're
wonder
not
how
safe.
long they've been hiding here for, because they clearly are stacked up with guns.
And I don't know
Only
how they've been
weird thing
surviving
is
the
the
war.
couple in the back. They are definitely NPCs. And the human actually talks to the POV cameraman and says, "I've seen likes of you helping out other people. Can you get us to a safer place?" And the dumbass POV cameraman points at the burning
Don't say that word, kids.
church. Blood, how are they gonna get in? And as if nothing happened, he almost turns back to his right. At least he's got a good hunch, because something crazy happens when he turns to his right, which we'll talk about in a second. But before he can charge up his gun and turn to his right, the human interrupts him once again and says, "No, can't you see the church is on fire?" Right before they get interrupted by the ops. I don't know why, but this genuinely felt like it was out of a game. It felt supernatural, so props to Boom for blending it in this perfectly. But before I go and talk about the crazy details you might have missed, watch the clip of the human talking without any interruptions.
Don't shoot. We're not enemy. I've seen likes of you helping out other people. Can you get us to a safer place?
That sounds like an NPC.
No. Can't you see the church is on fire?
This also means that the humans have seen other Alliance members before, but it may have been these guys' first time meeting the Alliance. I wonder if there are actually humans who survived and can actually help the fight. I think Boom
Aren't
might
there
at least
humans?
put one elite human character that'll be like Plunger Cameraman or TV Daddy.
Oh.
But on the topic of characters, who was that next to the payphone? Right as the POV cameraman was about to turn
Who?
right, we actually get a glimpse of someone standing next to the payphone.
Oh, yeah.
If you look closely, this dude clearly has a suit, and it is most likely the secret agent. But what is he doing there?
Yeah, what?
And what's with the payphone? You may not believe
Does
me,
him
but
and
a
a chair
couple
work
seconds
together?
after this clip, the payphone and the secret agent will both disappear. But before I show you that, let's talk about the possibilities. First of all, what's the relation with the chair here? What exactly are these random objects? It looks like the clean-looking objects are mostly some sort of imposter objects. That's why the tree in the beginning of the episode caught me off guard.
Really?
Maybe that was something similar as well, because it was too
Oh,
clean.
yeah, that thing again.
So I would keep an eye out for objects that doesn't seem to be damaged at all
Yeah.
in an environment that's hella damaged. When I first saw the payphone, I remembered the Matrix movies, like how they used the payphones to go back to the real world, but I doubt that's the case
This is the
here,
real
since it
world.
wouldn't really fit the story, but it's possible that the secret agent and the
Or maybe
payphone
he's trying
teleported
to
somewhere
make
together.
references to like some other movies, you know?
I wonder what these objects have been doing and if we saw them before the chair. Maybe Boom has been hiding these for a while and we just had no idea. There definitely is going to be a big payoff with these though, because Boom really has been showing them literally every single episode non-stop.
Yeah, I
With
wonder
them
what the
being
lore is about
confirmed
the
as
chair,
working
you know?
for the secret agent at this point, both with the green energy and us
The chair
seeing them
seems like it would work
together,
for, secret
it'll be
agent, you know?
interesting to see their true nature when it's revealed. Right after the secret agent clip is when this episode truly starts. Right when the human stops talking, an Astro toilet instantly starts attacking,
Astro
and I don't
Crew.
know if you noticed it, but it doesn't aim for the cameraman at first. The first bullets go to the humans, and I think this was intentional. We see the POV cameraman open up his plasma shield as fast as he can and start blasting the Astro with his laser
they even
gun,
try to
but as
shoot?
you'll see in a moment, it was already too
No.
late. Another Astro shows up as he kills the first one, and he is able to open his shield one more time at the right moment to block the ramming attack of the Astro and explodes it with his laser gun.
So
And
I
this
think they were about to probably shoot, but then they got, you know, eliminated by the
blood
Astros.
turns back to call forth the humans, but they are nothing but corpses at this moment. Bro realizes this and looks back for a moment in silence, but before we continue with what happened, I just want to mention something we saw a few seconds ago. When he was looking at his left, we could see a green car and the plate number is actually visible. This may be nothing, but the fact
Wait a
that it's
minute.
readable might mean it has a meaning.
It's that same
On
car
this
that was
plate,
in that
it says-
episode where we first saw the scientists making and stuff, and he had like the big speakers, and so that's the first time in Dubai.
C04125M.
Yeah,
I legit
that's
have
the same
no
car with
idea
the
what this
same
could mean
license
if it
plate.
means anything, so I'm just
So that's
saying
like
it
a
so that if
reference
it
to one
makes
of those
sense to
episodes.
anyone, they can figure it out and let us know.
Why can't I
Anyways,
tell him, Blake?
this episode actually reveals quite a lot about the Astros because we actually see them use 2 new abilities we have not seen before.
That's sad.
As the POV cameraman is looking at the corpses, an Astro shows up, but blood suddenly turns invisible.
Whoa.
It might not be obvious at first since it looks like he goes inside the smoke, but he definitely turned invisible
see.
just like how the secret agent can.
Oh yeah, he definitely
That's
did.
why the POV cameraman looked confused about where the
It's
enemy
actually really
is,
scary.
and he suddenly shows up from his left. But this large cameraman definitely has some crazy reflexes.
Yeah, 'cause
he blocks the first couple attacks, but right when he is charging his laser gun, he gets rammed and was almost killed by the Astro.
I mean, he actually
But
did
as you
it when they
guys
were
know, the
shooting.
plot armor runs deep in the Skibidi series, and the POV cameraman gets saved by the G Squad members. And oh boy, these G Squad members have gotten some crazy upgrades.
They got Astro
They legit
upgrades.
look so dope. And the way Buff Mutant killed the Astro is insane. Bro squashed his face with his bare hands while looking directly to our fricking soul. Bro could 1-volt 1 TV daddy in an aura off. Band for band. Nah, aura for aura. I would love to see TV daddy and Buff Mutant at the same place at some point. But even though this
You do
POV
in
should
part
know
3.
that there is a team up happening
Part
between the
3 of
toilets
this
since he was
episode.
there on episode 76, he still gets up and starts charging his weapon. Like, bro, let's say you shot that laser. What is your plan against this trio?
Dude, you ain't better win.
You are cooked, buddy.
Yeah, you're cooked.
This guy might have been on the
Medium rare.
Zaza while all this was going on. Bro's brain might be fried, but that's not important because we hear something crazy right at this exact moment. The SWAT mutant actually starts speaking and says, "Why bro is aiming at me? Is he stupid?" And yeah, I think Blood has a couple screws loose, but let's continue. The Buzzsaw mutant continues with, "We saved your life," and the Chad mutant starts walking towards the POV while shaking the ground with each step says, "Relax, we ain't here to hurt nobody. Time for us to become friends, officially." And the POV just flips him off as if he didn't just get.
Yeah, I'm literally like I'm passing.
Expressions
through
were
that.
crazy, though. This guy is definitely my favorite mutant at this point. But before we continue, here you go. Watch the interaction,
No, I'm not about to do that.
and especially from the G Squad, who'll be essential for the fight against the Astros. Their voices are also pretty cool, to be honest. And with that voice line, I guess I was right about the "we ain't here to hurt nobody" being about the G Squad team up, even though the bozo called Steak thought I was right. But Boom actually put his name in the description. Bro is actually canon. Now I'm actually jealous though. Bro got a voice like they actually have the advantage
guys,
at
who's about to
first
set him off and I
because the
don't know what's
lasers don't even do that much damage on the Astro, showing how durable they
Yeah.
are. This results in the assistance of the upgraded DJ Toilet coming
Boom.
in, and he is
Shockwave.
looking drippier than ever using his speakers to knock back the Astro. But Blood continues on blocking all the attacks until our savior, the Strider mech, shows up, and this time with a purple energy instead of blue. Is this maybe an upgraded version of his blue energy?
Could be.
This happens so fast that we don't know if it's more powerful or
Or
not.
it could be the same thing,
But the
just a
color
different color.
definitely changed. But the Astro still
I'm not one to
stands and
argue
keeps
with him.
shooting his
We
shots
can't
even
remember.
with his wings broken. Bro is too OP and he keeps going until the Michael
are
Jackson
kinda- they
toilet
are
shows
kinda
up and cuts
strong.
his head off with his new upgraded blades. These yellow accents showing the upgrades look very good as well. Also, this might actually mean that we'll get to see the upgraded G-Man toilet soon, which might come as G-Titan. Boom did say we'd see some Titans in episode 77, and that might include
Nah,
the G-Titan.
just Titan.
But
Nah,
all this
just
aside,
Titan.
the Astro
Man.
toilet literally does not die. Even while beheaded Bro manages to snap out some legs from inside his neck
Yeah.
and start attacking the
Half-Life,
POV cameraman
Half-Life,
while going crazy.
face
Do
hugger
Astros have a
legs.
second heart inside their heads like what the frick? How did it even do that? That's just
And
crazy.
it survives his
But-
laser blast too. It's like all red and with what's inside of human bodies, and blood. And he still didn't
Thankfully,
die.
the buff mutant just yeets off the Astro, exploding
that
it
kill him,
completely.
though?
And thanks to him getting saved again, the POV cameraman almost flips off the mutant but decides to thumbs up this time, ending the episode with the buff mutant saying, "Let's go." Next parts are definitely going to be insane,
Yes.
and I legit can't wait for it. If you want to support the channel, you can also become a member, Elite Cameraman out.
All right, so guys, we'll be reacting to part 2 of this video sometime today. See you in the next one.